Friends, this is Bhupati Raj, Mantra IAS Academy, Hyderabad. Welcome to our wonderful program, Polity Booster. There's nothing but what you can say, Polity quiz. I'll just show some questions to you today, like previously what I did already. So same thing in this case, my friends. Just before my answer, check your answer. That's a better way. I'll show the question paper now. Observe this. It's a very beautiful thing. Share to many of your friends at the same time, those are willing to write different examinations like CLAT, LAWCET, any law entrance examination that's called constitutional law, and our exam, UPSC preliminary examination, GS paper 1. Right, my friend, this is the first question here. Under which of the following acts the Crown of England took the affairs of the Government of India into its own hands? Option A, Indian Councils Act 1861, B, Government of India Act 1935, Government of India Act 1858, and none. But you know the answer in this case. It's a very interesting answer. The answer is 1858. Why, sir? Baba, I think you know the 1857. It's a very extraordinary issue in the Indian history, that Sipai Mutiny, or you can say the War of Independence, the first War of Independence. You know, the great man Mangal Pandey, the first personality, actually, I want to say that, right? Barakpur regiment. Just check the point what I mentioned here. The answer is what? After this one, before 1857, or you can say up to 1857, that's we can say East India Company, EIC, right? That was under the rule of what? EIC. Now onwards, what happened? This is what you can say the Crown, right? The Crown of England to complete the administration of this country. That's my country, you know, India. So option is C, beta. Go to question number 2. According to the Constitution of India, the Lok Sabha must meet at least how many times in a year? You know the answer, right? General tendency what we have today, the 3 times we are meeting. Just what the point is not that, please be cautious. According to the Constitution, remember, very important point in this case, friends. The Lok Sabha must meet at least how many times? So now, no doubt, I know that one. Of course, we have, within days of time, just maximum 4-5 days, we have the budget session. Second point is what you say. Yes, that's monsoon session. The third one is winter session. But actually, according to the Constitution, at least 2 times. At least 2 times, not 3, please. At least that is one, means what, there must not be a gap of 6 months between the house to house. So that's the reason, minimum 2 times in a year. That's the answer for this question number 2, my friends. No doubt we're following, of course, just 3 times. But answer for this question is constitutionally minimum 2 times the Lok Sabha has to meet, my friends. Then go to question number 3. Which part of the Constitution deals, a very great part of the Constitution is fundamental rights? Option A, part 1, part 2, part 3, and none. Beta, articles 12 to 35. This is nothing but what the part is called as what? Fundamental rights. It mentioned in what you say, please. Part 3 of the Constitution. Part 3 of the Constitution, right? So everything in this case, and specifically please focus upon Article 12 and Article 13. But 14 onwards we have right to equality, everything covers. But 12 is definition of state. That's very important. Please focus upon that point. What is the point in the context actually state? That which comes into that. That you have to just focus on it. Definition of state, of course, that's a very important point. Because you're going to fight when your fundamental right is violated or infringed by the state. Automatically you can file a case. So then what is the state? That's the definition is of Article 12. Just go through that and you can find it. Then go to, now answer for this question is part 3, my friends. Go to question number 4. From which country's constitution the word republic has been, of course, has taken, right? Option A, republic. India became republic, and just what we say, it's day before. Yes, in fact, we have yesterday only, that's 26th of January 1950, right? India became a republic on this day. That's the reason we can say 26th January is republic. That's what we say, we celebrate it as Republic Day. So point is, the republic has been taken. This has been taken from which? Right? From which country's constitution the word republic has taken? Option A, England. B, USA. C, France. And D, none. Beta, you know the answer, of course. Right answer is France. C is the right answer for this. Very important. Almost all the questions we have taken from which constitution, and of course like that the questions today. Just please watch the video till the end and just forward to your friends, those who are preparing for different exams and our UPSC preliminary examination, right? From which country's constitution the parliamentary system adopted? Option A, the United Kingdom, Irish constitution, and C, France, and D, USA. Beta, you know it's of the fellow who ruled us. That's, you say, United Kingdom, right? The lower house, upper house, you can say Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. There we can have that House of Commons and House of Lords, right? So the parliamentary system here is the UK. Option is A, my dear. Next question. Problem number 6. Question number 6 here. The DPSP, Directive Principles of State Policy, adopted from which country's constitution? Option A, USA, B, Irish constitution, and C, South Africa, D, none. You know this is what you call DPSP. Yes, very important part, of course, we have. Beta, I told you, part 3 is fundamental rights from 12 to 35, correct? And this part starts immediately. DPSC starts in part 4 from 36 to 51. Article 36 to 51 deals with Directive Principles of State Policy under, you can say, part 4 of the Constitution. It's taken from which one? That's we have adopted from which country's constitution implies? Not USA. Option is Irish Constitution. Right? Sixth question is what, beta? Irish Constitution. Please go to question number 7. The idea of concurrent list is taken from which country's constitution? Yes, concurrent list. We have 3 lists, beta. One is state list. Next is what you can say union list. First union list, state list, and concurrent list. Right? You know the difference in that case. Just go through that part immediately after my class, this one video. So the idea of concurrent list is taken from which country's constitution? Option A, USA, B, France, and C, Australia, D, none. Baba, answer is Australia. Right? C is the right answer. Then go to question number 8. From which country's constitution the provisions of judicial review, independence of judiciary, fundamental rights, provisions of removal of High Court and Supreme Court judges, etc. From which country's constitution? Basically, of course, independence of judiciary, nothing but Supreme Court and all. That's a very fantastic point. We have taken this part from the Constitution of USA. Right? Option A, Australian Constitution, B, France, and C, USA. This is a very, very important question, please. So we say option is United States of America. Then go to question number 9, my friends. Which provision of the Constitution described by the architect of the Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, as the heart and soul of the Constitution? I'll repeat. Which provision of the Constitution described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution? Option A, right to constitutional remedies, B, freedom of speech, C, right to life. But it's a very important point. Of course, you say Article 32. Check it today. What actually Article 32, right, in the point of Supreme Court, right? That's a very important point. And same thing, why I mentioned Supreme Court, just you can have the same thing for, you can say, High Courts also. That's a very interesting point and important. Just check it. You can get the information. Answer for this question is right to constitutional remedies. Option A, B, freedom of speech, C, right to life. But answer is A, beta. Right to constitutional remedies is very important point. Please, there is a chance of asking this type of questions. Remember. Then go to question number 10. The procedure of amendment to the Constitution is borrowed from which country's constitution? I'll repeat. The procedure of amendment to the Constitution is borrowed from which country's constitution? Beta, amendment. You know this is what mentioned in part 20, if I'm not wrong, and article 368. Right? Amendment to the Constitution, of course, means what? We will add the provisions, we'll repeal the provisions, right? Anything, of course, based on the situation. That's the reason the great of course, the designers of the Constitution, they did it. Article 368 is a very great provision for our country specifically. So option is A, South Africa, B, USSR, C, USA, and D, France. But the answer for this question, the amendment to the Constitution was taken from South Africa. Option is A, Baba. I'll repeat Article 368 and of course adding and part 20 also remember, please. That's also important question in that particular case. 11th question. Fundamental duties borrowed from which country's constitution? Fundamental duties, right? Yeah, it's a duty because for every citizen, of course, we are always asking for rights, but we have certain duties also there. That was provided this it was, of course, we have in this particular case, it's our duty to respect all the things, of course, of the national applications that you can find in Article 51A amendment, right? 51A. Just check it. You can find almost all. Now, previously we had 10. Now, one is added 11. Totally, we have 11 duties, right? So, fundamental duties borrowed from which implies option A, USSR, USA, France, and none. So, beta, this is from Russia. USSR is the answer for this question number 11. Now, my friends, it is the 12th question. Very unfortunate. Kya karega? That is what actually East India Company, EIC, was established in which year? Very unfortunate for this country, of course, for our country it is, because they entered as a trader and ultimately, unfortunately, they turned as what you can say ruler. Traders to rulers. That's the reason you can find the topic, of course, in our history, right? 1599, 1800, 1600 and none. You remember this is the last day of this 1600 implies December 31st. The charter, right? This was issued on that day. So East India Company was established, and which day indicates actually which year they'll ask. So answer is 1600 beta. So 1600 EIC. Right, then I think they approached, of course, Jahangir, and Jahangir gave the place in Surat. These are all the unfortunate story in modern India, well. Then question number 13. During medieval period, which kings first established a local self-government? But I know it's a very fantastic thing, of course, right? That is, very great thing, in fact. Even we have Pallavas, Cholas, Pandyas, and none the option in this case, the South Indian history. Answer is Cholas. Right? Chola is the answer. Please remember, it's a very interesting question and important also. The first local self-government way, of course, kings implies in South India. That's Cholas. No, beta, who started dual government in Bengal? Very, very bad luck for our country. But kya karega? That who started dual government in Bengal? Lord Dalhousie, Lord Cornwallis, and Robert Clive, and option none. Beta, this is what you can say. Dual government. Nizamat and Diwani. You know the words, right? Just check it immediately after my class. Nizamat and Diwani. What are those things, sir? You'll get it, right? So option is Robert Clive beta. This fellow's period was from 1765 to 1772 beta. This is very bad luck. So that's a major thing. Who started dual government in Bengal is option C, Robert Clive. Then go to question number 15th. From which constitution the concept of 5-year plans borrowed? Yes. Russia developed like anything by using this planning. So that is ultimately what you can say, right? Even, of course, at that time, our leaders were mostly ultimately what followed the system, that's socialism and all. At the same time, from which constitution the concept of 5-year plan was taken, or plans borrowed implies option A, UK, B, USA, C, USSR. This is the right answer, beta. USSR. Now, which act created for the first time the Supreme Court, right? It's a very important question. Even in the modern, of course, modern India, at the same time, what do you call here in polity? For both the cases, it's very important. Option is the Regulating Act of 1773. Regulating Act, please. What's Regulating Act? Why they have taken up this one? The reason that, again, if you start the basic point of modern India, you can get just first point is this only. The Regulating Act, it's very important now. Now come to the point of 17th beta. The salary of Vice President of India. I just told you that the President of India's salary is 5 lakh. Now I'm talking about Vice President of India. It's 4 lakhs beta. Vice President of India's salary per month is what do you say? 4 lakhs. Remember. Now what is the salary of governor of every state we have? Of course, now you take any state, the governor's salary is same. That's, you can say, rupees 3.5 lakh. 3,50,000 is the monthly salary of the wonderful governor of this, of course, every state. So these are the questions today. A simple point, of course, just if you just invest your 10 minutes time, you can do all these things. It's a brush up to you that. It's purely a revision for you that, right? Even some points which I mentioned may be helpful to you that. So just follow my channel, and at the same time, subscribe to this one and tell to your friends, those who are willing to join the PCM program or individual modules. Welcome to Mantra IAS Academy. The number is there already, 8801627181. At the same time, we have online and offline program also there. Have a great time. We'll meet with you again in another video. Please follow my channel for, of course, other things also there. We have CSAT II and all. God bless you, my friends. Bye-bye.